Hey everyone, and welcome back for another stream. It's great to have you all with us. Hope you're all doing well. Another week, and welcome to Darius as well, who's joining us as our guest. Darius, how you doing? Do you know what? It's okay. We'll work around it. It's okay. It's no problem. If you haven't joined us for one of these streams before, we did one last week with Oscar. He's one of our developer. Oh, can't hear Darius. Okay, we'll get that fixed. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Or is it just Darius you can't hear? We can hear me. Okay, well, chat in the meantime, sound issues sorted. Darius will be back in just a minute. How are you doing? Hope you're all doing well. We've had a few new blogs come out this week with all sorts of content and stuff happening, including one today for the Western Star 57X. We got a bit of an update for that, so you can check that over at blog.scsoft.com. Also, some new Iberia content coming in 1.46, which is all very, very exciting. And of course, our team, some who have already headed over to Hanover for IAA 2022 as well. But yeah, if you haven't joined us for one of these streams before, it's kind of a behind-the-scenes look at and interview with some of the team at work here at SCS Software. And today we are going to be interviewing Darius, someone that you're familiar with on stream, right? Community manager here at SCS Software, and we're going to be chatting with him just for a little bit about what he does, how he got into the position. He's still quite kind of newish here at SCS Software, so there'll be a lot to unpack. All right, can we get a sound check?
Testing chat.
Mic check for Darius. Chat, can we hear him? Is he okay sound-wise?
Yeah, it should be fine now.
Yes.
Yeah. There we go.
All right, perfect.
And
chat. Yeah, man of the hour, Darius. How you doing?
I just want to make sure, chat. Alex is not robotic for you or anything, right? Alex is fine for you, because I guess I'm gonna have to survive this stream listening to robotic Alex. But
it could be Discord.
Yeah, but like I'll survive. Sound check is good. Yeah, like I'm gonna try to talk most of the time, so as I always do, right? Kappa.
Oh well, we got through the technical issues, but we're here, and it's Darius' stream today. Of course, like I said, I mentioned we're going to be interviewing him, and no pressure, Darius. You've done this a few times before in terms of coming on stream, so it's not like it's your first time. But we are going to be putting you in the hot seat for some questions once you get on the road, and of course, chat. You're more than welcome as well to get some questions in if you have any. Let us know in the chat, yeah, that's all about there is to say. So without further ado, where are we going to be driving from, Darius? Where are you right now?
I would like to go to Austria. It's just...
To Austria?
Whoever was driving here, I have no... Like, how are we in Finland? How is that even possible?
Who did the last Euro Truck Simulator 2 stream? Was it Gavin? You and Gavin?
No? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I think...
I didn't remember.
Maybe it was Gavin. I'm not sure.
Possibly. Also, welcome to all of our new viewers as well. It's great to have you all along here. So,
it was Oscar. Okay, so blame Oscar. Hashtag blame Oscar.
Oscar?
Yeah.
I thought he was an American Truck Simulator.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so it was Kevin. So we just got baited. We just got
bait cat.
Yeah. Oh man.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that is loud. Oh my lord. So we have this new feature, because the last time that Kevin was here, he said that we actually can't hear the game when we are in the studio, but now I can hear the game and it's incredibly loud. So I'm not sure how it's gonna be on the stream, but like for me it's pretty loud. I hope this is not gonna ruin the experience for the viewers. Wait.
Oh,
that's still pretty loud.
Yeah, okay. You still need to adjust it a little bit.
Like at this point there will be no sound on the stream, I think.
I mean, it's an advantage. I mean, that you can hear the sound now. I wasn't able to hear it before. I mean, I still can't hear it, but
okay. Is this fine?
Okay.
Is this fine? Chat stream. We can't hear the track. But like, do you have any idea how loud it is for me? You have no idea.
Just do what's comfortable for
Listen,
you, Darius,
okay, listen.
I'd say.
We'll do it like this. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna boost. I'm gonna boost Alex.
Yeah, I'm here.
What do you mean no sound right now? Like I do have sound.
You imagine the room. You can imagine the room if you want to.
Okay, so like there's chat. There is no sound for you, right? Right now, like you can't hear the track or anything. It's too low.
No game sound.
No game
We
sound.
hear you put up the game.
But there's no way. There's no way I'm gonna be able to stream like with the maximum sound.
The sound gremlins.
Like it was like this. It was pretty much the maximum like this. And now I can imagine that the stream can hear it. Chat. Okay, chat. Let me know. Yes, but there's no. There's. I'm gonna be deaf by the end of this stream. Oh my lord. Okay.
I think this stream is just full of technical issues today because we got the sound. Apparently, my camera is like super pixelated for some reason, even though I have a very fast internet connection.
Okay.
This stream is cursed. We're gonna put that stream is cursed.
Can
gremlins are out for Darius.
Can we all agree on like half? Can we agree, for the sake of my ears? Because it's still really loud. Like it's extremely loud. Jesus. Can we agree to this? Even though like I don't think I'm gonna hear you half of the time, Alex. Sorry.
You know, I'm just gonna have to speak really loud.
Yeah, you will have to scream through the truck.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's okay. Well, okay. Fine. Not sure how we will do this, but let's go. I'm gonna find the job and we can start, I guess.
We can make a start. Well, for those who have not seen Darius on our streams before, Darius is our community and social media manager. And earlier I did mention that you're kind of new to the team, but in fact I think a lot more time has passed than I realized. How long have you been at SCS Software for now, Darius?
Yeah, I started in May 2021, so last year.
So last year, yeah. So more than a year already.
Yes, right? It's been like a year and 5 months or something like that.
That's wild how that time has gone so
quickly. Oh, my ears.
Is it that bad?
It is.
Oh,
no.
It's
actually pretty bad. Like, oh my word, that's.
Does the wheel not work? I think Darius prefers keyboard, right?
You know, at this point, I just turn it down. Okay. At this point, I just want to like drive without the sound. I don't even care.
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Because like that's way too loud for me. Maybe.
Or you can just turn the truck engine sound down as opposed to everything else.
I mean, this is fine. This is fine for me.
Yeah.
But I assume that on the stream people can't hear anything.
Probably not.
Hey, you can write to Philip that he can boost the maybe the game sound or something. I don't know.
Maybe
for the stream. But yeah, like I can't drive other like that. It's not possible. It's too loud, guys. I'm sorry. It's way too loud.
Well, let's get on with things though. Let's try push through these technical issues. Apparently, I'm streaming in 8-bit today, so coming to you live from the Game Boy Color. We're just gonna get on with it, chat. We're gonna get on with it. So, let's start off with a little bit of your history, Darius. Before even joining SCS Software, maybe you could kind of give us a brief kind of overview of maybe what you were studying from before, maybe some even past work experience before you joined SCS Software.
So first of all, I just want to say that I have no idea how I'm gonna be talking and driving at the same time, which actually seems to be a common issue around here, but I guess I'll manage somehow. But yeah, I'll try to focus. I'm just quickly gonna do my keybinds and I'm gonna be talking in the meantime, okay? So I actually wrote down like my pretty much my entire career just for this stream. I brought my CV, but now I have the stream open instead of my CV. So I'm kind of, I don't know what to do. But I wasn't working for a gaming company before. I actually like. Do you? How much do you want to talk about my studies? Because
Let's come to you. Completely up to you.
Because you probably know, and somehow, apparently, which totally caught me by surprise, and apparently some random person from... Okay, hold on. Wait, we are getting hidden messages.
Are we?
Okay, wait, hidden messages from Philip. Uh-huh.
I don't know what's going on, chat, either. This is a weird start to the stream. Oh.
Okay.
Is that good?
Wait.
Is that working?
Wait, is this gonna make my experience better? Oh, it's still the same, but... And he's just like laughing. Okay, so another one or what?
Bear with us, chat. Bear with us. We're working through these crazy technical issues that are happening today. I think the whole stream is a little bit... I'm not sure what's going on, chat. I'll be honest. It could be that there's a bit of a problem streaming wise. So bear with us, chat. We'll be working through these audio issues. So if you just bear with us.
Okay, we are totally fine. Totally fine.
Okay.
We are totally fine. No issues.
We're fine.
Can we just like start over and cut it off here for YouTube, and we will pretend like this is the beginning of the stream?
Do you want to do that? I mean, we can definitely do that. Chat, what do you Chat, what do you reckon? Should we just do a quick restart and just back in our place and go again?
Nah, we're fine.
What do you say?
We're fine.
We're good.
I even by the way just now realized that I picked a quick job instead of like using the truck that I had before, but that's whatever.
That is all right. Well, okay, let's get back to the topic at hand then. So you're going on about kind of before SCS Software, potentially about your studies, but you weren't sure if you're going to tell us or not. But yeah, you're talking about a bit of streaming beforehand. So you've had a bit of a streaming experience beforehand, right?
Oh, you want to talk about streaming?
Well, that's what you're mentioning.
Yeah, one second, because like I didn't have time to prepare the bindings, and now apparently when I put left turn indicator on light, it seems like that. Chat, can you help me? Because apparently like it seems like it is on the light modes, but it's not the same button. It seems like it's on high beam. Oh, we just got raided. Awesome.
You did just get raided.
Totally not under pressure or anything.
No. It's okay.
All right, it should be fine now.
You can just use your keyboard if you want to as well, just for the buttons.
No, it's fine. It's just like I said, I didn't have any time to prepare the keybinds, and now it's total mess. It's like, oh well. But I would like to.
Oh, close. It's close.
I would like to. Actually, I would still like to mention like my studies and where I was working before, because as I was saying, like it surprised me that somebody on Facebook, like a random person, actually knew that I was studying archaeology, and I know it's like amazing knowledge to some people. That I was studying archaeology. To be precise, I was studying classical archaeology, which is actually focused on ancient Greece and Rome. And ironically, I actually failed my studies of classical archaeology because I couldn't make it through one subject, which is kind of like a it's a little bit off topic. It's a little bit outside of the territory of Greece and Rome, but I couldn't make that subject, so I failed the studies. Ironically because of that. But yeah,
gotcha.
Yeah, and from then on, I was working in marketing. I was working as a what was it? Like an assistant in the marketing, and just a bunch of stuff really before SCS. Like I could go on, but it's a long list. It's a long list of jobs.
It's a long
yeah,
list.
I mean.
So you
yeah.
I was gonna say then. I mean, that kind of helps though, because anyway, you get a lot of experience from that, right? Kind of leading up to it.
Well, it's a lot of experience with the bad people, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I mean, I was working in, so you know Kaufland probably, right? And I was working there. I wanted to work night shifts, but I was working there for 1 day. I went there once, and because I had like such a bad experience with coworkers, I just left the next day.
Oh no.
Yeah. Like, so yeah, I mean, but my time in like before, like directly before I joined SCS, I was working for a company called Wunderman Thompson, which is actually, I hope it's fine that I'm like naming them like this, but those guys were nice. You know, they they were young people, so they knew memes and stuff. It was good times.
That's the important stuff. The memes. Yeah,
it was good
meme
stuff.
knowledge is crucial in this day and age. You know, you gotta know your memes.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I mean, yeah, it sounds like it's been a bit of a tricky past then. But how did it all lead up to SCS Software then? How did it come about? Finding out about the company and the job?
Oh, for me, it was always like when I was searching for a job, I was always searching for something in a gaming company. I didn't really care what gaming company it was. I really wanted to get into the industry. And I remember, actually, this is a very fun fact, which some people might enjoy. I actually originally applied, before I was hired as a community manager, I applied for a social media manager, which actually the person that was hired for that one is Benny. So
really? Okay, so Benny took the role.
Thanks, Benny. Thank you. But I think a couple of months later after that, the position of community manager was available, and I applied. It was actually sort of bumpy as well, because I'm not sure how it was for you years ago, but whenever you apply for a position at SCS, you have like tests before. Actually, I think it is after the interview. I'm not sure though. I think it is after the interview.
Did it depend on the role that you were going for though? Or?
Yeah, maybe. And I originally didn't even want to send the test because I thought it's too hard. I thought to myself, like, because it was like the assignment was to write a blog, but there wasn't any information. It was just like write a blog about I think it was some cities in Iberia. And and I was thinking to myself, like, how am I supposed to write a blog without any information about the content, right? But one day I was just like, I'm not gonna say I was bored, but it was just like I said to myself, okay, listen, why not give it a try? So I just sat down, I wrote it, I sent it, and then I'm like, okay, and now there's no way they are going to hire me. There is no way. And a couple of days later, I get an email from Saskia, and she's like, it says, oh, congratulations, we want to hire you as community manager.
Wow.
And I'm just like, what? What? So yeah.
Wow. So it came as a surprise to you. I mean, I didn't realize that there was tests now for that position. When I first applied, I wasn't given a test.
What is, really?
Personally, so yeah, I believe the tests at the time were really just kind of more limited to like map designers and stuff to kind of show their skills on that. But But yeah, that's interesting. So, wow. I mean, that would be hard. I think that'd be quite a hard challenge if I was to, for example, if I didn't know about anything about SCS software and I didn't know, and they just said, "Here's Iberia, write about it." It'd be like, what am I doing? Am I doing an essay or?
I mean, we are sort of sometimes doing it, right? Because we don't have enough information about the blog topics, and
sometimes,
and we have to like look up the information ourselves. So it was pretty much the same case, I would say.
Yeah, kind of preparing you for what was inevitable for the future. But we'll get into that a little bit. So take me back when you first kind of arrived at SCS Software on your first day. How were you feeling? What was kind of like your first impressions when you arrived at SCS
I got
Software?
lost.
Do you remember?
I got lost.
You got lost? Oh no.
Because
wait, you couldn't find the offices? Or?
No, I found the office, and I was before I got here, I was studying the plans of the office space and like the different rooms that we have here, and I thought that I came prepared. I really believed it, but the problem is that I don't know how to explain this properly. The problem is that there's an alley to the right of the studio, right? And it's like a dead end, and then you have to turn right, and then you have to turn left, and you get to marketing. And I didn't know about that, so I got lost. And I just like came back to the reception, and there was Chenda, and Chenda is like, "Oh, you are the new guy," and I'm like, "Yeah, I got lost." Yeah, and it's just like, "Okay, come here," and he helped me get to the marketing department, which was.
You're talking about. Is it like the part where it splits into two, right? And you kind of have like the senior offices on the left, and then it just kind of turns. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. So yeah, there's this part, just for context for chat, there's this part of the office where it splits into two, and one side goes to like a lot of kind of like head offices and senior management, Pavel's office there and everything like that, and then on the left there's just an elevator, and on the right there's some bathrooms. But then the other side continues going further down to the end of the offices, where you have marketing on the left, as far as I remember, and on the right you had like vehicles. I don't know if they're still there now. I haven't been to the offices in a little while, so you get to the kitchen. So the offices are quite big now. It is quite easy to get lost in. You feel like you're walking over the border into a different country when you go from one end to the other. So I can understand why it could be quite overwhelming as well. And well, did you feel like when you first started it, did you feel like you're quite prepared for the job, or did you feel like you had to learn quite a bit on the spot?
I mean, I was writing blogs in the very first job that I had when I was doing the marketing assistant. I was writing blogs over there, so it wasn't really anything new to me. Like I was used to the way it should look, and I just like adjusted according to what SCS was doing. So I wouldn't say it was that difficult. Like, and I already had pretty much experience from that. Like from doing the marketing assistant, I had experience with social media. Not much. And the thing with the community is like, I've been playing MMOs for a while. I've seen different communities. I know how they react to stuff. I was part of a lot of communities, and it's sort of like it can prepare you for the job, even if you don't necessarily have an experience as a community manager, but it sort of like prepares you for it.
Right, yeah, and maybe just kind of for chat's sake, maybe it'll be kind of dive into the community manager role a little bit, because a lot of people just think we do just blogs and streams, and sometimes it can feel like that sometimes, but there is a lot of other things as well that we do get involved in, right, Darius?
Oh yeah, we also scroll social media, and that's all.
And we post memes. That's about it. So.
Yeah, so that's it, guys. Yeah, good explanation, a good stream. But no, actually, I don't know. Like, there's a lot to it, and like talking with the community or trying to talk with the community, monitoring the community, their feedback. And I just wanted to say, I actually had something prepared for the stream. I just wanted to say that I know sometimes it might seem like we are silent on the forums or Reddit, or even like reacting to stuff on social media. And like for me personally, I would love to respond to everything, or respond to a lot of questions and suggestions. It's just, I feel that I just don't have the right to respond to that, because like I don't know everything. I'm not qualified to respond to everything, and I don't want to spread misinformation, right? So.
Right.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that, I do care about the feedback, I do care about the questions. It's just like, even if I'm silent sometimes, or we are silent, it doesn't mean that we are doing it on purpose. We just don't want to mislead people, that's all.
Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of things we can and can't say, and sometimes it can be tricky to remember which ones we can reveal or not, or what we've said and what we've not, because there's always so much happening within our offices, and there's always a lot talking about releases and such like that. But we do. I mean, it's today I've been on the forums, I've been on Reddit, I've been even in Discords for VTCs and other groups as well. We do love to read your feedback and see your posts and everything as such as well. And even internally, I'm happy to say this as well, we even have channels dedicated for feedback and community inspiration, and places where we find some of your wish lists and ideas and cool little things that inspire our teams to do future projects, and maybe even create new projects as well off of them as well. So I'd say in that sense, we're quite lucky, right, Darius? We're quite lucky to kind of have that link between us and the community for our roles.
Yeah, I mean, that's what helped me when I started as a community manager. Like, it's not just the catchphrase, the hashtag best community ever, because that started way before I started as a community manager. And it's just like the approach of the community is something I've never seen. It's like the only thing that can come close really is like games like Guild Wars 2, but even that I wouldn't say that it's actually so friendly, so like without issues. I that's what I always kept saying when I started. Like, I can't imagine if I started working as a community manager for Activision Blizzard or something like that. Like, I would probably just lose my mind, because the community there is just so like hardcore and so into the stuff that it's probably not easy for those people. So yeah, shout out to the community.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, honestly, everybody in our community is really, really awesome, and especially when you get to meet them in real life as well, which we haven't had to do much of a chance to do in the past couple of years. But it's really great to continually work with you guys and girls out there for through all of our different releases and other little streams and stuff that we do, little community convoys and such as well. I think the game's being a bit mean to you there. I think that was a really solid part. I'm not gonna lie.
I thought
that was a really good part. That was a good reverse. Yeah. Damn, the game's been a bit savage today.
Oh well.
The game has been a bit savage. Oh well, I thought that was a good one. Hey Benny, no Nimro, no ban, kick W. It's funny, we just mentioned you, Benny. We
you probably should get banned. Yeah.
You probably should get banned after what Darius just said. Yeah.
Sorry, Benny.
He told us that, you almost made it that, Darius with us today, almost, but he came back with a vengeance, and now he's here in marketing.
Back with a vengeance. Oh my god.
Back with a vengeance.
That's brutal, especially with the paint job that I'm wearing.
True. All right, so I did want to ask a little bit more kind of about our roles and the many things we've been, working on as a team in marketing. And it's funny because we actually were just talking about it. Was it yesterday? Because we were talking about how many blogs have we written kind of since we'd been at SCS Software, and kind of the next kind of question I have posed is about some of the projects you've been working on at SCS Software. Do you kind of have a favorite project that you enjoy to do, or a moment in SCS Software so far that you've really enjoyed being in marketing and part of the job?
Well, I started when we were, I would say, halfway through promotion of Wyoming, I think, and that's why I'm gonna say Wyoming. It's because
Wyoming,
I started during that, and I think the blogs were enjoyable, researching information, receiving information. I think Davido was the team lead of Wyoming, and it was really enjoyable, just gathering the information and just talking with Davido about it. It was cool. Wyoming was cool, but working on Texas is cool as well, because we just talked about it today. That I really like. I like talking to Simon because Simon is our DLC lead for Texas, and Simon is amazing. You know, you ask him for information, and he will just basically write the entire blog for you. So, what a cool guy.
Cool guy. I like it. I like it. And you know, is it interesting? Would you say when it comes to blogs? Obviously, we do get a lot of information from internally from our teams, but also people might not know. You know, we have to do a lot of research as well, right? There are some times where you might spend hours looking through Wikipedia pages and tourism pages for facts about the city you're writing about, or the town, or the state, or whatever it might be. You know, do you still find that enjoyable, or you know, would you say it's a bit of a task these days for you?
No, it's actually enjoyable because even if we have similar topics sometimes, like because I don't know, let's say nature of Wyoming, nature of Montana, it's always something different. Like it's never the same. It might seem the same, maybe, especially in the US, but it's always something different. So that's still pretty much enjoyable, I would say.
Absolutely, yeah, no, I couldn't agree. In chat, I got to ask you, chat, because it is kind of interesting to know. I mean, how many of you do read our blogs like fully through? Because it'll be good to know, because you know we do put
do we
a bit
know?
of time into writing.
Do
I mean, do we want to know? Chat, maybe don't answer. I don't know. I'm just wondering, because yeah, like we do try our best with the blogs and to make them as interesting and in a lot of information as possible. We've heard a lot in the past. I don't know if you've heard it personally, Darius, is that a lot of people learn stuff from our blogs. Like some people have, in the case, have learned more from our blogs than their school, is what I've heard.
Yeah, that is actually very ironic, because I almost failed my final geography exam at high school, because we had like you can select which subject you want to take at the end of high school around here. And I selected history, of course, because of the archaeology, which was fine. But then I also selected geography, and I almost failed that. So,
oh no.
Yeah.
Would you say you've definitely gotten better at geography now since, you know, working here at SCS?
Honestly, I think that the jury there was just rigged. It was rigged. Yeah, it was very unfair to me. So
they were going against you.
I am actually geographical genius. Yeah.
I love it. I mean, I gotta say, for me, it has opened my up to, you know, a lot of European countries, but more so American Truck Simulator, where I've learned a lot about states that I never thought I would know about. And I'm sure you can say the same, right, Darius? A lot of American history about the roads, about the national parks and the history and the industries. I almost feel like some sort of tourist guide when I'm writing this book. So I don't know about you.
Yeah, I agree, and it's sort of like it sticks on you, if I can say it like that. Like it's like you just soak the information, right? Like automatically, because you are working with it. So
yeah, and actually a majority, if not all of the people in the chat that responded, did say yes, always do every blog.
They are just
always reading them.
Listen, they are just trying to get our affection. It's
no. Nah, I'm sure they're genuine. I'm sure they're genuine. Learning lots of Europe and different US states and such. And there was a comment here from SebMayor_VR saying, I read every blog searching for hints or the terrible puns you guys write sometimes.
What do you mean like terrible?
I was gonna say, hey, some of those puns are hard work to come up with. Which is all good.
Okay, let's go.
And well, is there any what else would you say that you kind of enjoy about SCS Software? Because we always talk about with our guests the kind of like the atmosphere in the office and the people there and such. You know, how do you feel that you're finding it by working at the offices and also from home, because you do a little bit of a mix, right?
Yeah, but like it's a personal preference, really, because that's I would say that is a discussion maybe for another time, or like if we had, I don't know, 3 hours or something, because it's always a question, right? after the last couple of years, like if people prefer working from home or the office, and for me it's just like, I don't know, I just prefer to be at home. That's all. And but SCS, I don't know, like overall SCS is awesome. Like I have no issues, because as I said, there were some bad examples or some bad experiences in my jobs before, and especially like there was I don't really want to like make it sound as if I'm complaining about my previous employers or something like that. But,
yeah, I get you.
But there was like a situation where I asked for a raise politely, and I was told that I'm blackmailing my boss, which is just weird, you know, like totally mishandled situation by the manager. So, but nothing like that happened to me here. It's actually like dealing with Nemiro with stuff like this, or like since he is the marketing manager, I haven't had any issues at all, and actually I wanted to say that earlier, like before, when we were talking about my start at SCS, I would say that I totally owe everything to Nemiro, because I'm not sure if you noticed, or you have probably noticed, because we are sometimes chattering about World of Warcraft and stuff, and I somehow feel like me and Nemiro are like the same in a lot of ways, and I think he could see it during the interview, and that is probably why I'm here right now, and why the experience at SCS has been so enjoyable so far. So, yeah. But shout out to others as well. I mean, shout out to Benny, you know, other guys, Chenda, other guys in the marketing. Shout out to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, SCS Software is great. I mean, everyone that I've personally experienced at SCS Software has been really nice, and always happy to say hello. And every time that I do return, every now and again, even if they don't know who I am, they always seem to say hello and introduce me, considering I'm not around the office as often as I once was, since I'm working remotely these days. But yeah, no, I couldn't agree more. It's a really nice kind of atmosphere at the office. Everyone's very understanding of each other's needs and everything else as well. So it's really nice to see. And of course, it's growing so much. I don't know if there's still new people arriving a lot of the office as of recently, but I know there's quite a few positions jobs wise up as well. So if you're ever interested in applying for SCS Software, head over to our website. I believe it's scsoft.com/jobs.
Yes, it should be.
I want to say
it should be. Yeah.
It should be. It should be, to find out all the information there. So always lots of different positions that are up for grabs. So King Knight 2. Wait, Alex and Darius have the same job? Yep. I mean, our community has grown, so you need. I mean, we kind of have very similar roles. Yeah, definitely. I mean, same title, but we're always working together, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. Right. So, what would you say? Is there anything that you find particularly challenging about kind of the work that you do at SCS Software? Would it go back to blogs, or is there something else that you would say?
Oh my, that's a tough question actually. That's a tricky question, because like, if I respond to it in a bad way, I might be in trouble. So, but no, it is like with the blogs. Even though I said like, when we have similar topics or when we are writing the same topics, okay, yeah, it's cool that it's never the same with the states that we are trying to describe, because it's always a different state, right? But the issue is like, at some point you're just, oh man, at some point you're just gonna, I'm not gonna say you're gonna run out of like inspiration. It's just you start noticing same patterns that you are using when you are writing, and that is kind of what's annoying to me, like, because there are some phrases or words that I keep using over and over, and
I'm guilty of that too.
And it's just like I'm trying my best to avoid it. It's just sometimes it's not possible. Like,
it's hard to stay fresh. Is what it is. Kind of keeping a fresh writing mind. And you know, we've been, I don't know if you noticed, chat, we've been putting out quite a few development blogs as of recently. In this past week alone, we've done 3 blogs that have been released. I think the third one today, actually, was it?
Yes. If
Yes,
you haven't released it,
yeah,
because it was up to good. Yes, good job.
It was. It's all out there. I mentioned it at the start of the stream. If you haven't seen it already, check it out after the stream. blog.scsoft.com. But yeah, there's always it's always hard because when you're working on multiple blogs at a time, kind of working ahead of time, because you know, we get our assignments a few weeks before, trying to not keep repeating yourself in the same pattern, keeping it fresh, especially for example with like American Truck Simulator, right, where like the states can be quite similar. If we're talking about West Coast, like a lot of the states are kind of deserty states and not so much green, and but now we're getting into some more interesting states like Texas, for example. It was quite hard. So yeah. Also, I imagine for yourself though, even especially Darius, because English is not your first language, right?
No.
So you probably find it even more difficult to kind of come up with that vocabulary.
Yeah.
And I have to commend you because it's, I mean, it almost seems like you're completely fluent and almost perfect in your English, and I wouldn't fault it.
I somehow feel like I'm getting worse. I don't know what it is.
Really?
I don't know if it's like...
I don't think so.
I don't know if it's normal or something, but somehow I feel like my English level is actually getting worse. I don't know why. The other day I actually did the test that we have around here, because we have lessons, English lessons in the company.
Oh, okay.
And they send the test, which you can do for free. And apparently my level of English is still C1, which is cool, because C1 is like almost a native speaker. C2 is actually a native speaker. Yeah. So I don't know. It's probably just subjective. Like, who knows?
Who knows? I mean, coming from a person who English is first language, I've definitely seen the progress, and you're definitely a lot more confident in your writing and also in your well, in the way that you talk
that's
as
actually
well.
a
So
funny story, because when I started working here, we always welcome the new employees, and like Pavel always welcomes the new employees himself, but I couldn't be there immediately because of like what was happening a couple of years ago, like because of the entire situation with COVID and so on. So I had it a little bit later, and I remember when I was there, it was after a couple of months, and Pavel just like looked at me and he just asked me a question: how come you are so good in English? And I'm like, I don't know, like it just happened. That's
I was gonna say, would you say gaming had an influence on that? Would you say like
it's possible, but I would say that the biggest influence actually is watching professional wrestling.
Really?
Yeah.
Wait, professional wrestling? I didn't even know you watch professional wrestling.
WWE.
Totally. WWE.
Yeah.
Wow.
And because like when I started watching it when I was a kid, and there were no subtitles or anything, and you know that it's basically just like a TV show. It has dialogues, monologues, and there's a lot of actually like, okay, there is the wrestling part, but there is actually a lot of stories, a lot of
storyline,
a lot of scripts, and I think that might have something to do with that, because I had to watch it without subtitles and just like listening and watching it. I think it was because of that.
Interesting. Yeah. Gotcha. So you didn't kind of take on the more American announcer sort of voice when you're younger, when you're learning English, right? Because when some people like learn English from like a TV or show or something, you notice that they use a bit of an accent like they've learned from the TV show. I found that
I have a Russian accent apparently, or something like that.
Russian?
No, it was German, but then it became like Eastern Russian accent. For some reason, according to people. I don't know, maybe chat thinks otherwise, but I don't know why.
Possibly. Yeah, I wouldn't be too sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Well, we'll get a bit more onto WWE in a little bit, because we kind of have a question about kind of like movies and TV in a little bit. But before we move on kind of from the more main part of your job kind of role and working at SCS Software, we are going to ask the big question. I think you know what it is. We always ask all of our guests here on the stream, and I don't know how much you played Euro Truck and American Truck before SCS. Did you even play it at all before SCS?
I mean, I was aware of it because I played a lot of games in my life. Like,
right, okay.
The list just goes on, and I was aware of it. It's just I was always more of an RPG person, like stories, storytelling, decisions, and I don't know. It's just like as I said that it seems like me and Nemiro are pretty much the same. I think Nemiro always has a similar answer, because he's like. When he started working at the company, he sort of realized later on how great the games actually are. Euro Truck Simulator 2 and ATS. And I'm the same. Like, I don't mind, jumping behind the wheel play with the community, or just like drive for a couple of hours every day. I totally don't mind. I think it's really cool. So.
That's awesome. That's really, really cool. Because it's always interesting kind of see more like a fresh kind of outsider's perspective and how they've learned to grow to love the game. And that's why I wanted to ask you, like we've asked all of our other guests, if you could bring any feature or content of your dreams to Euro Truck Simulator 2 and or American Truck Simulator, what would you like to see in the game?
That's easy for me. Cause,
go on.
Yeah,
tell me.
So
I'm excited.
I'm a big fan. When I said MMOs, I'm a big fan of like exploration and finding secrets, and that is why I'm not pushing the teasers on forums and social media that much, because as I said, it falls under the category of what I said with like, we don't want to mislead the community. We don't want them to like think something is coming and it's actually not coming. But I just love like secrets, and I would love to see more secret stuff in the games, both games actually. Like something, I don't know. You find something secret and you get something for it, or something like that as a reward, right? Which is
kind of like those legendary tales you get of games where people don't even find the secret after 16 years. Or
exactly.
Like this, right?
And there is
so
there is something like that already in Wyoming. I'm not gonna say what it is. It is an achievement, okay?
I don't think I even know that.
So it is a secret achievement, and I totally love that idea. I hope it's gonna be explored more, because I would like to see that.
Okay, that sounds interesting. So more secrets, more things to discover, and what about as well? I don't know. Would you love to see yourself at some point as an Easter egg in the game, or do you have yourself in the game anywhere at this moment? Do you know?
Sorry, I totally like turned off my focus because I'm like I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself like, man, how am I supposed to do this? And I just totally like, your question just totally flew past me. I'm so sorry.
That's all right. No, you're good.
I'm trying to focus on this so much because this is actually pretty brutal. Like this.
No, you got this. You got this.
It's quite an incredible parking spot, I have to say.
It is an indoor one. It can be tricky because it deceives the eye.
Yeah.
You look at it and go, oh yeah, it's just and then you realize, wait, hang on, it's quite narrow. You have to keep it really straight.
Yeah, I know, right?
But yeah, let's get some positivity in the chat for Darius. I believe he smashed that last one. You could do this one. And we got Nimo in the chat from Hanover as well. Hey, Nimo, he's travelled there.
Of course, he did.
Of all times to come in.
Of course.
He didn't come in all the times where you're praising him and everything like that.
No, he comes here,
talking about complimenting Nimo, and he's turned up at the time where he's coming to maybe talk about Darius' parking skills.
Of course.
I came here to make sure Darius won't skip his park. His last park, Nimo, I'll tell you now. Nimo's last parking was on point.
Did you say Nemiros?
No, Darius. Did I say Nimo? Darius's parking was on point. On point.
Fine. Okay. Oh, okay. Hold on. I got this.
But he hasn't skipped it. Hasn't skipped any parking yet.
Yeah, I got this.
But for those who don't know, Nimiro is in Hanover at the moment, helping set up for IAA. And of course, we have the Destination Hanover event that's running till the 25th. So 10 more days you have to take part in that Wilder Trucks event. You can find more info at wildertrucks.com. Or in-game, if you have the latest version of the game, you can find the little Wilder Trucks event tab at the top of your screen in the menu. And also hello from Oscar, who's also joined with them as well. Come on, game. There it is. See, that's
Easy.
great. I'll take that.
Easy.
I
love the fact that like camera here, the angle is making it seem as if I wasn't using the keyboard, but I was totally using the keyboard. So
you're using the keyboard. He did it exactly, chat. He did it. All right. Well, time is moving pretty quickly, so we'll be getting on to our next part of the questions, the quick question round. Although you can answer them as slow or as fast as you like. There's no pressure on that. As soon as you start your next job here. Also, very quickly here, a question from Ocean Lady. So SCS will be at IAA for real. Yep. Some of our team will be at IAA for real. You can check out more on our blog at blog.scssoft.com. All right. Well, we're going to get into our quick question round. So we've got quite a few different questions for you here. Starting with, do you prefer American Truck Simulator or Euro Truck Simulator 2?
ETS2. I would say ETS2.
ETS2?
Yeah, I would say, I guess.
You're kind of more familiar with the trucks and home and the areas,
in my eyes, this is actually this is going to be a very good, well, not metaphor, but comparison. Because in my eyes, it's like, you know how in Fast and Furious, you have Vin Diesel who is driving a Mustang, and it's like the strong American car. And then you have like the actor that passed away, and I totally forgot his name now, but he is driving like BMWs, Nissans, and it's all just like it's these cool, you know, cars, and it's more like European. So for me, like the ETS2 kind of like scream that, you know, in comparison with ATS, and I prefer, like, as I said, BMWs, Nissans, and stuff like that. So,
understandable.
Yeah.
Gotcha. We got a quick question here from Namiro.
I see it.
Yeah. Do you want to answer it?
I have nothing to speak. If I speak, I am in big trouble. Big trouble. I cannot speak.
Understandable. Okay. Do you have a favorite truck?
Yes, Mercedes.
Mercedes.
Extras.
Okay.
And
why Mercedes?
It's because it was the first truck that I was driving at SCS in the special version of the game that we have. So it's the first truck that I was driving over there. So that is why. Okay.
That's great. That's really cool. Do you have a favorite DLC? It could be a map or it could be some content.
Well, I know I said that I prefer ETS2, but I'm gonna say Wyoming, just because of what we were talking about before. Like, Wyoming is always gonna be, it's always gonna have a special place in my heart. Even right now, I'm wearing the Wyoming T-shirt that we got in the company.
Like it.
So yeah,
I like it. That's very cool. Very, very nice. Do you prefer driving in interior or exterior with your camera?
Interior.
Interior.
Yeah.
First person, all the way. Yeah. I agree with that as well. This one only has two options, but hard or easy parking?
Okay, this is a trick question. Okay, this one is the trick question. Can I just say skip?
That's why I said there's only two answers. There's only two options.
Oh, see, I knew it was a trick question.
Skip parking.
You know, I just want to say, like, I don't know what it is, what this meme is with, like, me skipping parking. It's like, so we have guests all the time on our stream. And they are constantly skipping parking, and nobody cares, nobody says anything. But, like, I skip parking once, okay? One time I skipped parking, and it's a meme. So, I don't know what happened, but yeah.
Chat, we need more memes. We need more memes of skipping parking. Tranel says skipping hurts the trailer's feelings.
No, actually, listen, I'm trying to improve, so I'm gonna say hard parking, okay?
Okay, I like it.
Training.
I like the confidence.
Yes.
I like the confidence. It's good. It's good. All right. Besides using the amenities, what is the first thing you do when you wake up in the morning?
Oh my god, that's a very good question. I open an energy drink.
First thing in the morning?
Yes.
Of really?
Course. Yeah.
Wait. What energy drink do you have?
Oh, you mean like which one is my favorite, or what do you mean?
Yeah, which one do you usually go for in the morning?
I'm trying to always drink a Rockstars, it's just we don't have that many Rockstar flavors around here, so I'm always like alternating between a Rockstar and Monster. But yeah,
Monster,
that's my go-to. That's my potion to get through the day, pretty much.
So not coffee, not tea.
Oh no.
Energy drink.
Yeah.
Every day. And what happens if
it's not every day, but
okay.
even if I don't drink energy drinks, I usually drink Pepsi or something like that.
So something like fizzy in the morning.
Yes, exactly.
Okay. And what happens if that doesn't happen? Do you turn in like into a Hulk or?
No, it's actually funny because when I don't drink caffeine in the morning, after an hour or two, I'm actually more awake. Like more awake than when I'm drinking the caffeine.
Oh.
Yeah, so at this point,
Well,
at this point it's an addiction. Yeah.
It's kind of like an anti-energy drink.
Yeah,
it doesn't actually give you the energy you need.
Yeah, I'm drinking energy drinks to be tired, actually.
I mean, I'm not judging because coffee has just as much sugar in some cases as in some cases energy drink. There's a lot of caffeine.
Somebody in the chat is asking how I lost my hair. That is a good story, and I have a very good explanation for that. Because when I was at high school, I was playing this sport called floorball, and I was a goalkeeper, and goalies have to have the masks, right? Just like in hockey. And every time after every training, after every match, when I put it down, there was like leftovers of hair in the mask. So it was because of that. Like my head was getting sweaty in the mask, and that is why I started losing the hair. Yeah, that's
a legit story.
And
wow.
Yeah, and it happens quite often actually to floorball goalkeepers. It's kind of sad.
I have floorball. I had never heard of that. Wow. Okay. Yeah. That is news to me. Do you have a favorite food?
Oh! Food. I'm gonna say pizza.
Pizza. It's a good choice. What toppings are we talking here?
Like ham and mushrooms and it has to be spicy. Spicy pizza.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Oh, do you like spicy food then?
Yes. Even though it's not what it used to be, because like a while ago I started this weird diet that consisted of only eating a tuna, and that was pretty much it. A tuna and an apple a day. And ever since then it's like it's not the same. My stomach is not the same, so I'm not that good with spicy food anymore, but I do prefer spicy food.
Wow. Okay, so are you like a big fan of like curries and such like that, or do you have like a Tabasco hot sauce you put on all your food, or?
Oh no, I don't use it on ice cream or something like that. Don't worry.
No, on ice cream, not on ice cream. Yeah.
No, but
like.
Yeah, I do prefer like spicy burgers or pizza or I don't know.
Interesting.
Just Mexican food and stuff like that.
Have you had anything that's ever too spicy before that kind of makes you sit there and sweat?
Yeah, it was a burger in not far from here. I can't remember the name of the village right now, but I was there recently and that was pretty spicy. And funny story actually from that place. I actually at the same restaurant I saw somebody with SCS t-shirt, even though it wasn't in Prague. Like, I don't know who it was. I have no idea, but the person had a SCS t-shirt. So
somebody took a very long break, or it's one of our community members. Yeah, guys, I'm just going to this restaurant for lunch. I'll be back in a few days.
Yeah, probably, maybe something like that.
All right. But keep it on the top of kind of food things. Do you have a favorite drink, whether that be alcoholic or non-alcoholic?
Well, as I said, energy drinks, Pepsi, or just stuff like that. Like, if I had to tell you my favorite, I don't know, it's probably the blue Rockstar. It's a blueberry flavor. I don't know. Philip likes it as well.
This makes sense because I remember you talking to me once and saying how jealous you were of how many flavors we have, and then America has even more flavors.
I know, right?
It's true. When I went to the Czech Republic and I was living in Prague for a little while, like, there's quite a lot of flavors that just don't exist for some reason, and I don't know why. And it's the same with like chips and crisps and stuff like that. It's very limited. in Europe. It seems. For some
Yeah,
reason.
yeah.
I don't know why.
You can get it for a bit of a. It's a bit more expensive, but they don't have that many flavors as well.
Right.
It's just sometimes.
Interesting. Dang. Okay. Big question though. Keeping on the drink topic. Maybe you have no preference, but for some people it's a big question. Pepsi or Coke?
I'm not gonna say Dr. Pepper, but
that's not even a cola. You can't say Dr. Pepper.
Oh my god! I hope Mo is not in the chat because like she would hate that. But
okay.
I don't know. I would say Pepsi, but I mean it's the same thing. Like to me, it's the same thing.
It's the same. Chat, do you hear that?
It's the same. Like
Pepsi and Coke are the same things, chat.
Is there actual difference? I don't know.
I think there is, chat. Is
can
I thought that would be controversial, no?
Can somebody scientifically prove me difference between Pepsi and Coca-Cola? No. Okay.
Someone said they're both bad. I mean, yeah, that's true. No. Okay. All right. No, we'll leave it at that. Pepsi is better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Let's move on from there before the chat just burns itself in war. Yeah. Do you have? I mean, actually, speaking of, let's segue into this a bit better, because recently, I know you were also kind of involved in this. We released some Spotify playlists, right, for SCS Software.
Yes.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit more about that.
So it was actually an idea of. Well, he goes by the nickname Cityman Live because that is actually his Twitch name. Mm-hmm. But he is a map designer. He's working on Texas, and he came to. I think he brought the idea to Namiro, and then Namiro came to me, and he was like, "Maybe we should start our Spotify playlist, like some just like team playlist and then individual playlist, just so." People have something to help people immerse more in the game with like the music from the developers.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a really cool idea. I like it because it's kind of like you kind of get into the individual mind of each developer or even the team that are working on Montana or Texas and kind of know what kind of their inspirational music kind of help them through. And we've got pretty much everything from heavy metal to classical in those playlists.
Yeah, and we are also getting Rigold, right?
I can't comment on that. I don't know. I don't know who put the Rickroll in there. It definitely wasn't me. But definitely chat, follow my playlist. You've got Spotify, just search SCS Software and you'll find our official account there, and then all of the public playlists.
It's actually
definitely go check them out.
SCS Software Official.
The official SCS Software. Yes, it was a good idea. It was, yeah. It says Gamer Nor Bicker saying, yes, Spotify playlist is a good idea. So yes, leading into that, do you have a favorite music genre or band or?
Yes, I'm a big rock fan, and my favorite band is a band called Cedar, which I have no idea if anybody in the chat has ever heard of the band. I doubt it. It's actually, they are just so extremely underrated. It's sad. And they are like new grunge. They are post grunge band, but I don't know. It's just like I think their music is amazing. So totally my favorite band.
That's awesome. It looks like we've got one person in the chat at least who recognizes the name. And there's a lot of people actually that surprised me in SCS that do enjoy their kind of more heavy metal and rock. I think we've got quite a few different playlists containing different rock and heavy metal and stuff like that, which isn't a bad thing. It's great music. I enjoy it as well. The problem with me is that I enjoy all music, so I just kind of have like a big mishmash of every genre.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. Listen, I grew up listening to Eminem. Okay.
Hey.
So.
Yep.
I grew up listening to Eminem, and I'm like listening to rock, hard rock, and stuff like that, and post grunge and Nirvana, and I don't know what. But I don't know. I can still listen to old Eminem. Like I grew up listening to him, and somehow.
Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, this might be an easy one for you. Do you have a favorite game of all time?
It
can be difficult as well.
So, the automatic assumption would be World of Warcraft, but actually my favorite video game is something completely surprising, and I'm gonna say Witcher 2.
Wait, what?
Witcher 2? Yeah.
Witcher 2, okay.
And
how come?
Well, so it was still around the time when it wasn't popular to just beat the game and then you looked up on YouTube like different all endings or something like that. But so Witcher 2 had 16 endings, and I finished the game 16 times just to see every single ending. Yeah.
So you figured, when you were playing it for the first time, how did you figure out there was multiple endings?
I don't know. I don't know if I like looked it up somewhere in reviews on the internet or something, but I just found it cool. Like the endings are all so different. It's not just a small something like colors change or something like that. No, it's actually all the endings are like have quite an outcome. So
I like the dedication. It's good.
Yeah,
that's really cool. Do you prefer playing on PC, PlayStation, or Xbox?
Well, I'm gonna say PC, but that is just because I don't have any console. So
yep.
what else am I supposed to do, right? But
I mean, I'm the same.
Actually, my best memories are from the first PlayStation, because that is the first time that I was actually playing video games. Was the first PlayStation. And my best memories from video games actually come from Xbox 360. So I'm kind of, but now I prefer PC, like all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I'm exactly the same as well. Consoles at the start of my childhood, and kind of moved on to PCs a little bit later in life. So absolutely. Someone asking, what was the first game you played on the PlayStation 1? Do you remember?
Oof. I don't know what the first game was, but I know that I was grinding Crash Bandicoot. Really,
that's such a hard game.
Like a lot. Yeah, I was losing my mind, man. I was like 10 years old or something like that, and I was already raging. I was already like mad, just dying all the time.
Yeah, that's Crash Bandicoot in a nutshell. I mean, the music is funky and great. I love the level design and everything, but man, that made me rage.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Good times.
Definitely. And well, the last question that we have, we've already answered. So I'm going to ask you a bit of a different question. If you had one word to describe our community, what would you describe them as?
One word to describe the community?
Our community, yeah.
I mean, hashtag best community ever.
Is that one word? Is that one word, chat?
I mean, technically, if you put it into a hashtag, it is one word. So
come on. I mean, yeah, I guess anything you put in there is one word. We'll allow it. We'll allow it. You write it as one word all the time. We do. You're right, chat.
See, right. There we go.
Asking about the question, what game element you would like to see? We did do that earlier. If you missed that out, this video will be on YouTube. Whether it will be chopped up or not, I don't know, because we had a few technical issues at the start. But one way or another, it will be on our channel for you to take a look at, or you can watch it back here on Twitch 30 days after the stream has ended. All right. Well, I don't know if you're going to be able to complete that journey, man, because we are running out of time here.
Yeah, this is going all the way to like Italy.
Dang. So there is a rest stop coming up though, so you can.
Yeah, if you wanted to probably stop here, and then I guess we can give a little space to questions from chat or something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah. So chat, get your questions ready. If you have any questions for Darius, we're going to pull over here for just a few minutes, get some Q&A from you in the chat here on our Twitch. If it's later and you're watching this on the VOD, you're more than welcome to tweet at us at SCS Software. If you have any other questions as well, we can pick them up from there as well later in the time. Maybe Darius will get back to you, who knows. But yeah, let us know if you have any questions for Darius. This is your chance. This is the time now. Ask him anything.
Yeah,
almost anything.
Yeah, don't ask me again where my hair is. Okay, already explained, so no need to go through that again. Thank you.
Yeah, and also we can't talk about anything that hasn't come out yet, or maybe some features and stuff like that, because we may know, but we might not know, and we might not be allowed to say either.
I mean, I keep joking, like when I'm talking to somebody from the community, and they ask me something similar, I just say that I'm like Tom Holland from Marvel, that I'm like I'm doing my best not to read what is like the upcoming content because I'm scared that I'm gonna spoil it.
Right. Yeah. Understandable.
So I'm trying to keep myself in the dark most of the time.
I like this question coming in from the Avery 20 because I mean we can't really ignore it. It does happen, unfortunately, but that's just how the internet is sometimes. Even today in this position. But this is kind of back to your job dealing with social media. The Avery 20 asks, how do you deal with the haters and complaints and people saying the same demands every blog post?
I mean, it depends on what kind of a feedback it is. Like as long as it is, because like we always welcome criticism as long as as long as it's reasonable. If it's something over the line, which like I know that's very subjective to judge what is over the line and what is not, but sometimes it's actually pretty easy. I mean, when somebody says something that's really inappropriate, like you can just remove that comment and possibly remove that account, like maybe. But if it's or that is at least my point of view, like if it's as long as it's a constructive criticism, I think it's fine. But if it's something more, something offensive, we should just remove it. That's one-on-one. Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, we have basically a zero tolerance for any sort of harassment or insults or racism or sexism or anything like that of any kind, even when it's directed at the teams or the even the SCS account. You got to remember, there's still real people behind the names that you see online, so definitely respect that. And I'd say 99% of the time everyone's great. Like we say, best community ever. Unfortunately, you do have a couple that do miss that bar, unfortunately, but that happens sometimes. But good answer. I like that. I really like that. Blargle_ragequit asks, if you could drive anywhere that's not in the game right now, where would it be?
I don't know. A reworked UK?
I mean, a reworked UK is like... I mean, the UK exists, but come on, man. You don't have to think that. I mean, it would be nice if it was available.
I don't know. Like, it's always people are saying like coast to coast. I guess that would be cool, but we still have some time before that will happen. So. Yeah,
we're working on it. That's the main point. We're getting there. Good question. I like it. Pardle_9 asks, what are the numbers for the upcoming lottery? It's a good question. I'm also very interested to know.
581994.
You heard it here first. If that's the winning numbers, I'm gonna be mad.
There we go.
There you go.
Yes.
There it is.
Easy.
There it is. Any other questions, chat? Any other questions? Last questions coming in. What truck would you like to see next in ETS2? Do you have a truck?
I mean, that's easy for me because I said that my favorite truck is Mercedes Actros, so the new one, right?
The new one.
Because that's automatic. That's pretty much the simple answer.
We like it. Yeah. We like to see the newer trucks.
Yeah,
we like to see it. All right. Well, if there's not any other questions, chat, then let's end it there with one final question for Darius. Do you have anything to say to the community before we disappear?
Well, I actually wanted to post a meme earlier today on my Twitter, and I was like, I'm preparing a list of people that I want to shout out, and it was like the scene from SpongeBob when he's like rolling out the paper and it's just like
it's just going forever.
Yeah, it's going.
Yeah.
But I don't know, just so we are not here for 2 hours. Like the reception after I started working at SCS as community manager it has been ever since. It has been just amazing. Like my the first Discord servers that the community Discord servers that I started joining, it was just so amazing, just such a warm welcome. Like I can't even describe it. You know, as I said before, like I can't imagine starting community manager, working as a community manager for, let's say, a company, something like Activision Blizzard or something like that. It's like there's no way it would be so positive like our community is, and there's just so many great people. I don't want to name because like I'm most likely gonna forget somebody, and then somebody that I'm not gonna say is gonna get mad or something like that. So I don't know. I just want to say like the everybody that's from Discord, where I am, the servers and the streamers, content creators. It's just been amazing. People on social media as well. Our forums, Reddit, and the list just goes on. You're just amazing guys, and it's a real pleasure. You know, it's amazing.
That's awesome. I love that. I love that ending note. That's great. No, it's an absolute pleasure to talk with you and get to know you a little bit better on the stream here today, Darius. Besides all the little technical hiccups we had at the start, we worked through them and it's turned into a good stream. And well, we really appreciate all the work that you do here at SCS. It's great to have you on the team working by your side. So, you know, definitely a lot of fun, and great to have such a cool colleague with us as well. So yeah, no, thank you. We appreciate you taking the time to be here on the stream. We know you join us on streams a lot as it is, but yeah, it's always a pleasure. So thank you for being here and also for supporting our best community ever.
Yeah, and we should definitely rate somebody.
We should definitely rate someone. Absolutely. Do you have anyone in mind, or should we find someone on the spot?
So apparently they stole our laptop from the studio, and now I can't browse the streams. So I have no idea. I have no idea who
did that.
I'm gonna check if on my phone.
Please do.
I have no idea. Maybe you can take a quick look.
I will have a quick.
I'm just gonna be talking in the meantime because this is something that we skipped pretty much because like I was streaming myself for a very long time, like 2-3 years, I don't even know, and I definitely can relate to people who are trying to stream on Twitch, who are doing their best, and that is why like it's always a pleasure to give somebody a big rate after our stream and just to support them, support a part of our community and support the streamer. So
yep,
hopefully we'll be able to find somebody.
Yeah, I'm just looking around now. There's somebody here called, who's this? There's somebody here called 18 to Life Canada who's trucking in Euro Truck Simulator 2 right now. They got...
Could be.
I've never seen them before.
Yeah, me neither.
I don't know. This one's some loads around Europe. Okay, let's give them a shot, shall we?
Sure, why not?
Sounds good. All right, chat. Well, unfortunately, that is all we have time for. Again, thank you for being here. Apologies again for the technical issues at the start, but we worked through them and we appreciate all of your questions and positive comments and everything as well. Also, a massive thank you to Philip behind the scenes who helped fix those. He's there. He's always running things every time you see the stream go live, so a big thank you to him as well. And join us for this raid. If you've never raided with us before, it's where we take all of you lovely people and we send you to somebody who's streaming Euro Truck Simulator 2 or American Truck Simulator. And today we are going to be raiding 18 to Life Canada. They seem quite new, maybe possibly to Twitch streaming. So let's go give them a lot of love from the developers at SCS Software.
Thank you for being a great host, Alex.
No, thank you. No. Yeah. I appreciate it. Thank you. So chat, come with us, come give some love to this streamer 18 to Life Canada who's trucking on the road to Europe. Until next time though, we will catch you another day. Thank you all again and we'll see you again soon. Bye everyone.
See ya.